Hello, Mr. Economos. I'm getting to work on your watch. You're with the original strap. These had, I think these are your original spring bars. It's one of the reasons you don't use brass, any kind of base metal like this, because the leather holds moisture, and then the spring bar just corrodes into just nothing. So you'll get those back and can play with them. You will get new spring bars made of stainless steel, and hopefully you can find a replacement for this strap. Keep this one separate. There's kind of no bringing this one back. Boy, but I tell you, wouldn't it be great if you could make straps just like this? They have to exist. Something like this has to exist. And you got your Tissot buckle there. You move that on, but that goes over into your other parts. So now it is time. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to say is you suggested I'm going to do my best to polish this down. This crystal. I might have to wet sand it in order to get the top really nice and firm, but we will do what we can. I have previously loosened this. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this stuff. It's just this goo. I'm going to have to soak this in like get a jar and soak after I get the case and the case back clean, I'm probably going to have to soak it in naphtha or something to get that stuff dissolved. It's not something I can, it's got to be removed. I'm also going to have to rebuild your crown lines, I'll tell you that. Hang on. There's that. Very neat little diddly. Wow. Absolutely complex little thing. Look at that. What a crazy, cool little mechanism. Neat. Definitely a runner. Plastic dial ring. One, two, three. 2 shorts and 1 long. Short, short, and a long. Short, short, long. And a different tap size. Let's be serious. Take that auto wind off, and there you go. You got no more auto wind. Moving looks clean. Come on, can we please get over? You know, it's got a fine adjust. Forgot about that. Yep. Okay, I'll need to pull your stem and your crown apart so I can get that old gasket out of there. I'm gonna have to punch this or get that out and get that good to go. But prior to that, let's get this movement ring out. Are you missing a screw? I think you're missing a screw. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here thinking, don't mind me. Here is your plastic ring spring, or movement spring. Yeah, I gotta pull that case and everything apart, try to get that goopy stuff off of there. Oh, right. This thing has a problem in its calendar. We never figured that out. I can't adjust the hands to get those out, so I'm just gonna have to go for it. Okay. Okay, cool. Got the first one. Come on. Yeah, I got them both. Out, out, out. Looks like a friction fit on the dial feed. Why, it is. No screw down, just a friction fit. Huh. Interesting. Yep, out she comes. There's the underside of your dial. Looking good. Put that under cover. Of course, what this means is now we can see what in the heck is going on. Okay, something's jumping and skipping. You can see it happening. It's not happy. Now let's take it apart. Jumping and pushing and skipping. Ooh, well, we got a broken gear. Look at that. Got a bunch of broken teeth. Ooh, your hour wheel is roasted. Hour wheel is gone. Cannon pinion, how does that look? Cannon pinion looks okay. Hour wheel is junk. 100% junk. You can see all the missing teeth there. It's not even turning right. Yep, junk. So I might have some hunting that I'm gonna have to do. I need to see what I've got for parts availability or cross. Come on, come on. Out, out, there we go. Wow. Wow, wow. 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 Wow, look at that hairspring. Not hairspring, that shepherd's crook spring. That's bananas. Look at that thing. Okay, I gotta look at that carefully. Put that over there. Okay. Note that's a reverse-handed screw, and you can tell because it's got the 2 extra lines on the top. That is a Ready Lucy for those of you keeping score at home. What I want to know is, where did all those broken teeth go? Okay. Where did all the teeth go? Well, Why did I do that? Okay. I guarantee you we've got a broken screw head off of this crown wheel. Guaranteed. No, it's just missing. The screw's just missing. I'll have to hunt down another one. Okay, you got one. See if you get any difference. 2, 3. Okay, all the bridge screws are the same. And there's your main plate. Ooh, center wheel hole is jeweled. That's nice. Let's, boy, your mainspring looks nice and clean. Okay. Wow, looks nice and clean in there, doesn't it? Okay, teeth up. No. Square up, teeth down, tsunami. Square up, teeth down, tsunami. Okay. And there is your mainspring. Looking good? Okay. Now let's put all this stuff away, and then it's going to be time to look at your case. Get your case in pieces. Okay, case apart, crown apart. Okay, those I'm going to do off camera because I want to really look at what I'm doing, and I don't want to mess up your rotating ring or any of that stuff. I going to get this rotating ring without, like, without destroying all the printing on the underside? Well, there's the rotating ring. Here's your case. It's just plastic. It just, is it 2 parts? What is going on in here? I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna clean that up. It's probably gonna be a lot of hand labor. Okay, let us get your crystal out of there. Okay, crystal doesn't want to move. I don't want to hurt it, so I want to get a crystal claw on there. Wow, look at whatever this goop is that's in the case back. Okay, I'm gonna have to get serious to get that crystal out without destroying it. Okay, I'm gonna do that off camera. Okay, I've got it running. This is going to be our first look at the numbers. The only caveat is that I still don't have the minute wheel in, and as a result, the calendar's not assembled. This is just the heart of the movement. So train and everything else like that up to the cannon pinion, but we can still get an idea about numbers. I'm just going to go for 52 on the lift angle because that's just the standard old generic. And let's see what we see. Okay. Okay, first I'm going to get rid of that beat error, and I'm going to go, counterclockwise, which effectively shortens the hairspring, which should make it go faster. Okay, maybe it went too far. No. Definitely got to go up a little bit and then drop the rate. I'm getting closer. Oop, way too much. Yeah, I went too far back. Okay, we got it as pretty much 0 beat error. Now let us dump the gain. Let's get rid of that. Now I can use the super fine adjust. Wow. Okay, let's try to go back again. There's no friction on the adjuster arm. It just to touch it and it moves. Just looking at the knives. I'm sorry, the numbers, not the knives. It's going to be a good watch. Okay, well, that's a good place to start. We'll let this continue to run in. Check the tracking for where that minute wheel is. Okay, well, I'm going to cover this up and let this keep running. Okay. Oh, come on. There. Okay, that's it for now. Okay, I'm just checking in on this watch after we gave it a couple more hours. So far running in, it's looking nice and steady and clean. The rate has dropped a little bit as the amplitude has settled into a nice high rate. When I was going the other way like an hour-ish ago, it was in the 260s, and now it's hitting in the 270s. I just moved it, so it dropped a second, but I was seeing in the 280s just a second ago. Very good, solid numbers. So I'm going to let this continue to run in, and we will check in with it tomorrow and do some more adjustments as these numbers settle. Cool. Okay, I'm just about together. Here are our current numbers. And this is an average of dial up and dial down. So I try to even it out just a hair. As you can see, we've got fantastic beat error, great amplitude, very clean signal. You can see there is your watch. Everything's all clean. There's your new caseback gasket. Remember, the old one was just gooey junk. Same with your crown, had just garbage on the inside of it. Has a new gasket now. Well, let me screw on the case back and let's talk about the watch. And here we go. There is your Tissot. This is all cleaned up and it rotates nicely. It's a very simple setup. Thankfully, it wasn't too difficult to clean up. Most of the gruck was around the edges. Your crystal, I cleaned and polished. It still has some hits on it. There's one right there. There are a few there. You could you know, continue to polish this crystal down and if you needed to, but for me, I took off about as much material as I felt comfortable doing. It's a really nice watch. You know what's interesting about this movement that's in here, this Tissot 2511, is it actually, believe it or not, has a quickset date, but because it's in a case and it's a push quickset, there's no, it won't quickset because you can't push it in. So it has a quickset, but you can't use it. Case came out great. Not that I did anything to it besides cleaning it. Okay, so you had the one bad part, which I had to go through so much trouble to get the replacement part for this hour wheel. Hang on a second. I was looking for the inner part of it, but it was so damaged. And it's crazy. This one part is actually quite rare. It's used in a fair amount of Tissot movements. It's also common to a couple Omega movements, but you just can't find it. I mean, nobody had it. I'm glad I found one where I did. Let me put it that way. Here are your original straps. I haven't done anything to them because the leather's all cracked up and there's no real way to bring this back, but it is super interesting to see what this looked like. And I'm sure you can find, if this were my watch, I would start looking for vintage, you know, leather straps like this that are close enough, and then just swap over this Tissot clasp, and I'd be super happy with that. Well, there it is in all of its glory, ready to come back to you, and that's about it. It was a fun challenge. I'm extremely glad I was able to deal with that minute wheel. Sorry, not hour wheel, minute wheel. You can get that back and play with it. Okay, thank you so much.